All right, good evening. They are just finishing up with the second race here at Remington Park. They had like a couple maiden races to start the card, and really wasn't too interested in playing those because they have these Derby trials tonight, races 3 through 8. I think there's some pretty interesting races. It might be kind of chalky. There might be a rumor, for a price or two to hit somewhere in the sequence. Personally, myself, I'm going to be investing about $26 into this pick 3 that starts in the next race. So let's get to the ticket first. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm doing something new with this pick 3 play. I'm going to give you guys 3 different tickets tonight. And just depending on, how much you want to invest or how much coverage you're looking for, depends on which ticket you're going to play. I am going to give you another balls to the wall play for sure. There's always going to be one of those. But for this pick 3 sequence, I'm also going to have an odds play, and I'm also going to have what I call the dough roller play. So let's get to these really quick. Because you see the way I play it. I'm going to be playing multiple tickets, and it'll take a little bit to put it in. But here's the balls to the wall play. If you want to play it for $5, go 6 in race 3 with 4 in the race 4, with 4-5 in race 5. That's a $10 bet. I don't want to speculate at this point as to what the return would be. I've had a time. I was really able to take a pretty good look at races 3, 4, and 5. But it all depends on how it's going to be bet. The 6 in race 3 is at least the second choice on the morning line. But I really like the 6, and it might be bet down to the favorite. Who knows? And if we have time, I'll go over some of this stuff. But that's the balls to the wall play. The odds play, for $1, you get yourself a little bit more coverage in the first couple races. You go 4, 6, 9 in race 3 with 1, 4, 8 in race 4 with 4, 5 in race 5. It's $18. Costs a little bit more, but you have a little bit better of a chance of getting there and maybe picking up some prices. This 9 in race 3, I do believe, is a live one. It might be the third or fourth betting choice heading into race 3. And then we have the dough roller play for 50 cents for those who want to try and cover all the spots and play for the what ifs. I think this is a pretty good ticket right here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 in race 3 with the 1, 3, 4, 7, 8 in race 4. We're still with the 4, 5 in race 5. We're taking a firm stand in this 5th race on all of our tickets. So good luck to anybody who chooses to venture or dabble. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, we got 17 minutes to post. And so, yeah, I'm in love with the 6, and the 6 is the second choice. I think that's a really good sign. But I personally, myself, am going to back up to the 4 on some of my pick 3 tickets, and I will cover the 9 on some of my pick 3 tickets. And that will be it for the 3rd race. So, yeah, I need to start making these tickets right now. Oh, yeah, the kickoff pick 3. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's my game right there. Where's my arrow? All right. That's my game because I play here on BetUS. Hopefully we hit some winners tonight. This channel could use a winner. I mean, something like that pick 3 play I gave out last week. I missed in the first leg. That thing hit 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 is really no good. We want to knock them all down. Pretty much have to. Okay. So my first ticket is going to be the balls to the wall play, but I'm only playing it for $2 myself because I'm investing more money into other parts of this sequence. But still, at least I'm playing what I'm giving out. You know that. 6 with the 4 with the 4, 5 for $2. Looks good. And now I'm going to continue to make pick 3 tickets, but this one's going to be for $1. 6 with the 4. Then I'm going to back up to the 6, 8, 9 in the last race. I'm going to play out for $1. And I'm going to lead off with the 6 again. Then I'm going to back up to the 8 in this race and finish with the 4, 5. And play that for $1. And then I'm going to play a ticket where I back myself up to the 4 here in the first race. And then we'll play to the 4. And then the 4, 5. And I'd buy that for $1. And now, okay, I'm going to continue playing. These tickets are going to be for $1 as well. I'm going to play to the 6. Then I'm going to play my backup horse of the 8. And I'm going to play another set of backups to the 6, 8, 9. I'm going to play that for $1. Now I'm going to play to the 4. And to the 4. And then back up to the 6, 8, 9. I'm going to play that for $1. And then this will be my last $1 ticket. I'm going to play to the 4 with the 8 with the 4, 5. Now the rest of these tickets are all going to be 50-cent tickets. I need some water. There's going to be a lot of them. Playing kind of the remnants here. Trying to cover some bases and maybe, you know, hit a price or something. But we'll start off with the 6. I mean, that's the second choice on the board. It's looking good to me. 4. And then I'm going to play to the 7 for 50 cents. Then I'm going to play 6 to the 1 to the 4, 5. These are some wild card tickets here. Playing some wild card tickets. Pool scoopers. Maybe. I don't know. That might be a bit of a stretch, but you never know. And then I wanted to play a ticket in this first race, or yeah, some I haven't played. I don't think I played any to the 9 yet, but yeah, we're going to play a few to the 9 here. Because I think the 9 definitely has a shot in this first race, and I would like to have be alive to it somewhat in the pick 3. And then I play 6 to the 8 to the 7 for 50 cents. And I'm going to play 4 to the 4 to the 7 for 50 cents. And I'm going to play 4 Where did I just get that point? Okay, so 4 to the 1 to the 4-5 for 50 cents. Then I'm going to play 9 to the 8 to the 4-5 for 50 cents. I'm going to play 6 to the 1 to the 6-8-9 for 50 cents. And then the last ticket, last pick 3 ticket, is going to be 9 to the 4 to the 6-8-9 for 50 cents. So I'm kind of layering based on, you know, probability and value and all that fun stuff. You know, I want to have like more on the combinations I feel best about, and maybe a little less on combinations that, you know, could have a chance if they come in, you know, might hit for a decent little chunk. Instead of just trying to gang up and play all your horses on one ticket, because that can get expensive really quick. This is a nice way of being able to, you know, break it up. And I've read a lot of different books and guys like, you know, Steve Christ and stuff like that, and, you know, kind of taken from them and, you know, just run with it in terms of ticket building. So let's see here. We've got 7 minutes to the third race. Let's look really quick. Okay, so the 6 now is actually a slight favorite over the 4, and 9 is the third choice. I mean, so that's all pretty much running a form. So do I want to really play an exacta? What's 6 and 8? 126 for a buck? But I don't want to play this 6 to the 8. Hang on, we need to see some exacta payouts because I was thinking about maybe playing an exacta in this first race. So yeah, I figured the 6 was going to probably be the #1 betting choice going to the post, and that's the way it's looking. If I could show you guys really quick, or well, I mean, I would like to see some exacta payouts, but in the meantime, look at this. I figured out how I could mark these things. It's awesome. Now we've got like, I guess, past performances in color. But I just feel like the 6 is the class of the field, and certainly the speed of the field as well. You know, coming out of 2 straight wins, a $15,000 futurity race, and then winning against at allowance level, 20,000 non-winners of 3 lifetime. The 4 was the morning line favorite, but this is a horse that just broke its maiden. And if you look, it did put up some pretty impressive speed, figures since last time out. And I had been interpreting these wrong. It had been a while since I played and I'd seen these Equibase. This first, they're both speed figures, but the first figure is their speed figure at the first point of call in the race. And then the second number is their overall speed figure for the entire run, start to finish. And so you're almost always going to see this first number being higher than the second, because I'm assuming the horse has more energy to exert at the beginning of the race, and by the end they've kind of spent and they're slowing down a little bit. But every once in a while you'll see with some of these horses where actually their second number is a little bit higher than the first. But generally, whatever horse put up the highest one, at the first call the last time out also ended up, having the highest one at the second call. And so certainly that's why you can't sell the 4 short here. It certainly figures to be competitive with the raising class, and it may be very well up for the challenge today. The 9. Again, this is a horse who once again figures to have the speed, and coming out of another allowance win, non-winners of 2. Went off as a 5-2 betting favorite and did not disappoint its bettors. That's a good sign. So I don't think you can really throw this horse out of the mix either. I think that's why, the 4, 6, 9 are your contenders, and that's the way it's lining up down here, and that's the way it is lining up on the tote board. Uh-oh. So, wow, the 4, no, that's good for me. That's good for me. If the 4 is a betting choice, that's great. I think the 4's got to prove himself, where the 6 is already a little bit more proven. So, okay, I'm not going to, I don't have enough time here to wait for payouts. I just got to make my exacta bets and trifecta bets and go from there. I mean, there's definitely value in playing now because it looks like I'm getting the second choice I'm keying on. So I'm going to play exacta 6. And I'm going to go with the 4, 5, 7, 9. I'm going to play that for 50 cents. Looks good. And then we'll play a 50-cent trifecta. 6 with the 4, 9 with the 4, 5, 9. Alright, so where are we at? 2 minutes to post. I think a win bet might be mandatory on the 6 as well. I mean, I have the 6 at 2-1 on my line, and the 6 is sitting at 2-1 right now. But I have the 4 at 3-1, and the 4's been bet down to 9-5. And then I have the 9 at 4-1, and the 9's been bet down to 5-2. How about the 5 and the 7? The 5 is kind of interesting at 17-1. 5 actually might be worth a couple bucks. Just as a wild card long shot. Taking another gander. Well, good thing I came back. It's not really looking so hot now. It got bet down real quick. I started flapping my jaws, and somebody ran to the window, bet it down. I mean, the 7's kind of interesting at 16 to 1. Kind of. Where's the 6 at? The 6 is at 2 to 1. I mean, I should probably just give that a good square bet on the nose. See if I can sell myself on it really quick. Yeah, I mean, look at this trainer. One last start. 29%. I mean, come on. Let's do it. It's $5 on the 6 to win. Alright, well, I welcome everybody to the show. I thank you for tuning in. Good luck tonight. If you are betting these races, get some volume on this.
And the field has arrived at the gate, ready to go here for Heritage Place Derby Trials. First of 6 in race 3, kickoff pick 3 time, all at 400 yards. Dynasty 727 is up. Dreamland Express at the rail. Laney Star Dancer steps in. Sanity is already there. Peeves Blue Duck. Wicked Sweet Z, the 8 is in and immediately becomes fractious. Fallout approaches. Tiller all return stepping up, the last one in. They're all in.
6 looks like it's acting up.
Sanity, the 6, has taken a seat and now is back up.
I don't need no more drama at the gate. Happened in the last stream.
They're off in the first Heritage Place Derby trial.
6 looks all right. Come on, 6.
Coming away sharply. Easy 7.
Come on, 6.
Dynasty 727. The gray Fallout kicks it in now, and Fallout has the lead. Dreamland Express trying to keep up. It's Fallout and Dreamland Express from the far outside.
It's going to go to the 4.
Late player Fallout will get there first by a length and a half.
All right, well, I'm still alive in the pick 3. Yeah, that's 6. Was acting up in the gate. Not good. That's why I didn't put all my eggs in the 6 basket. You gotta diversify a little bit. You never know. Seemed to break all right. Just didn't really have the speed tonight, I suppose.
Number 4, Fallout first. Second, number 3, Dreamland Express. Third, number 9, Teller All Return. Fourth, number 7, Peeves Blue Duck. 4-3-9-7 the order. 400 yards in 19.628 seconds. 4-3-9-7.
Oh, yeah, that win bet was toast. Still have 5 tickets. 5 tickets alive in the pick 3, though. That's the good news. 3 of them for $1 and 2 for 50 cents.
Race 3 going official.
That 7 though, at 22 to 1, showing up in the superfecta. And also, by the way, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there watching, if you're a mother and out there watching.
Well, Fallout takes a while to come back. Here are your prices in race number 3. The 4 Fallout winner pays $4.60 for the win, $4.20 on the place, $2.80 to show. Number 3 Dreamland Express runs second, $11.80 on the place, $7.40 to show. The
I
9
didn't like
Color
the
I'll
3 at
Return is
all.
third and pays $3.60 to show. Fourth, number 7 Peeves Blue Duck, 19.628 seconds the time for 400 yards. Exotic prices, Exacta 4-3, that pays $39.20. 50-cent trifecta 439, $45.20. 10-cent superfecta 4397, that pays $61.39.
So, thinking maybe about starting another pick 3 here in race 4. These Derby trials run all the way through race 8. How long I'm going to play for depends on if I win. The good news is I'm still alive in the pick 3 that I just started. I mean, the first 3 races I handicapped more heavily, though, than the last 3 just because I didn't have as much time. So I don't know if I'd be as excited about playing those last races, even though I think in one of those races there's like a pretty solid single you could use for like a multi-race bet. So, and I think we'll be talking about it here shortly because this pick 3 in race 4 covers 4, 5, 6, and that single is in race 6, I do. Yeah, race 6, yes, correct. I do have a single for that race for the pick 3. So depending on how much money I'm left with here, and what I feel like doing, and I want to see the tote board, what the early action is looking like for this 4th race. And then I'll get a better idea of maybe the kind of ticket I want to construct. Because, you know, the handicapping's part of it, but then you kind of, you know, I want to see how it's bet. Because I actually, dude, I hate it when that stuffing happens. Are we, let's see, let me check. We have a lot of people. Okay. See if we're getting like overran. All of a sudden 90 people wanted to watch quarter horse racing on a Sunday night at Remington. It's not looking like that's the case, but I do welcome those who are watching. I don't want that many people anyways overloading my system because I have very minimal software. I'm going to try the Preakness streaming on Saturday, though. We'll see how that goes because I do have the day off from work. So I want to do some streaming. And I think with the adjustments that I've made to this, hopefully I might be able to handle a better crowd. We'll see. Maybe for the undercard races, it won't be too bad because maybe I might play the late pick 3 or pick 4 that ends with the Preakness. But let's see what happens here tonight. It'd be nice to at least get something home, and at least I'm still alive in the pick 3. Thank you, Fallout. I appreciate the services of. Let's get this right. 4-year-old gelding. A favorite cartel. I made sure to win through because these mixed sex races. I don't want to call, you know, the she's a he. So I had to go through and make sure I marked that on each and every one of these races that I'm doing tonight. So yeah, we move on to race 4. I'd like to see some tote action. We're almost there. All right, asking
Moving on
Michelle.
to race 4, Heritage Place Derby Trial number 2. A field of 9 on the way to the Heritage Place paddock. Another 50-cent pick 3 will begin. Race 4 in 16 minutes.
It's right there, the one horse. 13 to 1. 7. Those are interesting propositions, maybe, for the pick 3. Maybe. Well, the 1 more than the 3. Hmm. But still, honestly, well, what? I mean, here's the thing, though. The thing is, wow, okay. I'm really big on the 4. Like the 4, though, was the morning line favorite at 5 to 2. I have the 4 even money on my line. It's sitting at 8 to 5 right now. But then you had the 8. The 8 sitting at 6 to 1 on the morning line was like the 4th choice. And I have it on the 2nd choice on my line at 4 to 1. And right now it's the betting favorite at 4 to 5. It's early. There's still 15 minutes to post, but that's very interesting. But it's not creating, because I've got the 1 at 11 to 1 and the 1 sitting at 11 to 1. So there's not really, I guess, a ton of value there. You're still going to be on one of the longer shots of the field. It's not that it has a 0 chance. I mean, it's still got a better chance of stuff like the 5 and the 6. Dude, I've got the 5 and the 6 at 99 to 1, and look at that. They're both sitting at 99 on the tote board. And the 5 was a 12 to 1 morning line, and the 6 was a 20 to 1. And I toss those horse. Any horse that I toss, I automatically make 99 to 1. And I toss both the 5 and the 6. They're both, so I might have to put like 50 cents on them both now, because you don't know if it's 99 to 1 or if they're sitting at 300 to 1. Biggest price I've ever hit was 100 to 1. But that was but you know, I had reason to be on those horses. These two, the 5 and the 6, they should be 99 to 1. They have no chance. That's funny though. So it's telling me though that maybe there's some value on the 4. I do believe the 4 is the figure horse coming into this race. Having won last time out, allowance 19,000, non-winners at 2. Went off as an even money favorite. And if you look, it's had a pretty solid go of it. The 2-year-old colt, last year as a 2-year-old juvenile, $100,000 stakes race. 9 to 1 came in second, lost by a nose. Obviously dying to be a hero. Is a talented horse and has every right to go into this race tonight to expect to do well and win. Some of these other horses don't come in with as good of credentials. Some of these horses, like the 5 and the 6 right here, outright tosses. Outright tosses. Neither of these horses have done anything so far this year. Nothing. They're not even close on speed. I mean, you know, and the 6 is really disappointing considering the fact that at the end of her 2-year-old campaign, she broke her maiden. And while her first race back, nobody was expecting a lot, people were expecting more in this last race, and the horse still served up a nothing burger. And you got some other horses in the field that, you know, come in that are kind of classy, but, you know, just lack the speed. But the 8 shocks me a little bit. It's also, I mean, this horse is actually come out of the same race that the horse we just watched in the last one, the 9 ran in and ran second to it. So I think maybe that's why people are excited, because they're kind of maybe looking at this as a key race, thinking this horse performed pretty well, so maybe this horse has a chance too. But still, when you look at this last effort, 92 at the first point of call and then 97 at the finish. I mean, that's like leaving some more in the tank and winning by over 2 lengths in impressive fashion. But the 8's taking the money. I think there's definitely value in the 4. And there's exacta payouts. Doggone it. Because you know I'm interested. 4 with the 1, 57, 11, and 31. Yeah, so there's definitely some value, I think, in playing the exotics and keying to the 4. I'm excited about this race. Maybe even play a pick 3 bet to the 4. What does my account look like? How much damage did I do? Oh man, yeah, we're down to 1673. So, but there's still undecided wagers. Still, we got 5 tickets still alive in the pick 3. So actually, I am alive in the pick 3 in this race too. I'm alive to the 4. I'm alive to the 8. And I'm alive to the 1 in the pick 3. So the 4, that's nice. That's not a bad spot to be. But I'm pretty limited. I don't know if there's going to be another pick 3 play. It might be Skinny Bones, because I do have a single in race 6. You know, and I could play the single in this race. Could just single in this race to the 4. Maybe there could be a pick 3 play. Because then I actually give myself a decent amount of runners, and I think I'm going to need that to get out of the next race. Okay, I'm going to make a pick 3 bet. I mean, the 4, 9 to 5. Let me double check. I mean, it's the same 4 that I'm looking at, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to play 4 with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to punch myself some runners in this leg. And then I'm going to play my single to the 9 in race 6. And I'm going to play that for 50 cents. Alright, looks good to me. So it puts me down to 1373. At least heading in, if I can get out of this race, then might be one more race away from cashing a win and bet. Everybody likes the 4. I guess it's good. I guess it tells me I'm looking at the same racing form they are. I mean, Top Shot. Who names their kid Top Shot? Is that like a real person, Top Shot? And the hare wins. Like a rabbit. A rabbit picks. You're going up against a bunny rabbit. But everybody likes the 4. I do too. So yeah, I love it being the second choice. So now I got 1373 left. I should play an exacta. And I had one here planned. 4 with the 1, 3, 7. I want to include the 8. Oh, no! I was going to play an exacta box. Normally, I am like never about the exacta boxes or any type of box, exactas, trifecta, superfecta. I mean, like if you're just looking to have a fun time and you want to box something, then fine, box it. But like to me, if you're like serious about trying to make some money on these races and trying to put your best bet forward, I highly discourage boxing for the most part. But I actually wanted to play an exacta box on this race. You want to know? I'm going to do it. I got enough cash left. I'm going to play actually 2 exacta tickets. But the first one is going to be an exacta box. For 8. Doesn't matter. Just select either one. Cool. Where are they going to play that? Well, I need to play it for $1 now. I think earlier I was planning on playing it for more, but no. We're just going to do it for $1 now. Hitbox, it'll be $2. Oh. Alright, then there we go. We just go 4, 8. That's all. So it doesn't matter which order they finish, I'll win either way. It's a $2 bet. Gotta cover both ways. And then I'm gonna play a 50-cent exacta 4 with the 137. And then since I feel really good about the 4-8 combination, even though I am boxing it in the exacta, I'm gonna play a trifecta, but I'm gonna try and at least cold deck the first 2 slots, not all 3. But I'm going to put in a trifecta where I'm going to try and go 4 with the 8, and then come in with the 1, 2, 3, 7, and play out for 50 cents. That'll be a $2 ticket. And yeah, that's my last bet for this race, and it needs to be. Oops, got to call off the dogs. I don't know how much more I'm gonna have to get with that. I need to get through this this pick 3. I need to survive this pick 3, and then I'll be in good shape. And he likes the 1. Okay. So, oh man, should I make a win bet to the 1? Okay, well, should I make a win bet at all? Maybe on the 4. Yeah, the 4 might be the only horse in this race worth a win bet. I mean, the 1's been bet down too much for my liking. The 1 has its virtues, but here's my issue with the 1, is when you look at how he ended his 2-year-old campaign, competed in this stakes race at Albuquerque, $126,000 purse, went off at 7-2, very promising, finished second, lost by a neck, and now is coming off, a win at Will Rogers Downs previous to that, and a $48,000 stakes race, went off about 7-2, won the race. This first outing at Remington Park, a $10,000 Derby trial, figured to be softer competition than what this horse has gone up against in its last previous 2 outs. Went off at 3-2 and really just missed. And so it's like, well, I mean, I understand throwing out the race. Do we throw it out and say, okay, well, it just needed a race back? Maybe, quite possibly. He's got a good trainer in the corner. But just when I look at the 4 to me is coming in a lot better form. It's firing on all cylinders. And I certainly think it's going to be the horse to beat tonight. It's really, in 4 starts, has only put up one bad race, and even then, only losing by a length. That's not terrible. And this horse has every right to continue to keep improving. Look at the, I forgot the red X this. Where's my red highlighter? I mean, look at this. 29% over the course of the last year when this trainer has won the last start. Okay, this is getting away from me here. So 1 minute to post. Okay, well the 4, I just talked the 4 down to even money now. So I just talked away all, but I got the 4 to even money on my line. But I don't think I'll probably spare myself the win bet. I maybe, I don't know. You want to know, but I don't, the problem is if I had more money, I'd make the win bet. But I don't, and I've got this pick 3. I'm live doing it in the exotics. I just got to let this ride.
On the inside, B. Bouger going forward. Now Spotty Politics. No Show Joe. Inca Sazana is up. Just a Bit of Candy. The 5, Inca Sazana acting up and taking his seat, so that will delay the loading. As tack is coming off Inca Sazana. We'll have a delay.
$65. And down to 823. Oh, no. Come on, chill out. Not the end of the world yet. I've still got action.
Your attention, please. By order of the stewards, on advice of the track veterinarian, scratch the 5, Inca Sazana. Scratch number 5, Inca Sazana. All wagers on Inca Sazana exchangeable or refundable at this time. Should the 5 Inca Sazana show up on a pick 3 or pick 5 or pick 4 ticket, she will be replaced by the off-time wagering favorite in race number 4. Scratch the 5 Inca Sazana. The gate has been unloaded. It will be reset momentarily, and we'll try again. Scratch the 5.
That puts even. So anybody who bet the 5 into pick 3 now gets the 4. If it goes off as the way it's looking like it's going to. It does kind of takes a little value out of it, but I don't know. But no, they're in line. They would only be in line for a consolation or something like that, right? I don't know how that works. Yeah, they'd be in line for a consolation payout. So I think they're entitled to like a much smaller chunk of the pool. And anybody who was already like on the 4 from the start is still going to play for a majority of the money. Should you make it to the end. 4's got to win this race. And I certainly like the horse. I think at even money, that's a good price to bet it. I'm a little short on Kevin. What do I want to do in the next race? I mean, I could put like a $2 win bet on the 4. I should. Oops. This is race 4. What am I doing? Can I get a bet in still? No? Ah, doggone it. Time is coming past to get a bet down. I guess it's the one disadvantage to playing on a fixed book. If you're playing parimutuel, you can still bet this. You can still bet the 4 right now if you're playing at a parimutuel book. But I am shut out. I cannot any longer get a win bet down.
And the field being called back now for a reload as we try again for the 4th. B. Bouger steps up. J.C. Wild King moves up at the rail. Now No Show Joe. Spotty Politics goes up. Rodales to climb up in the gate.
I wasn't going to play a box for a box. I was just going to play a $1 exacta 4 with the 8.
Just a bit of candy.
I messed that up. I'm going to box. I'm supposed to box in the next race.
2 left to load.
Oh well.
Mac will move
I'm
up
covered
on the
both
outside.
ways, I suppose. It's only $1 extra.
In just a moment, waiting on.
I was going to play
Hero.
ice cold 4 to the 8.
Now remembering Mac.
I haven't boxed it.
All in. Just a bit of candy, the 7 acting up, getting set. They're off.
Oh my God.
B. Bouger.
Come on, 4, hang in there.
And you rock my
The
Hawks
4, oh, the 4's coming.
Spotty Politics grabs the lead, but here comes Dying to Be a Hero trying to even things up. Spotty Politics digging in on the inside.
Come on, 4, get up there, 4, go, 4, go! Go, 4! No,
Spotty Politics just
not
has
enough.
too much. Spotty Politics wins it by 2.
2.
Dying to Be a Hero second. B. Bouger, I believe, edged third over You Rock My Hawks.
Okay, so yeah, I'm done into pick 3 now. Doggone it.
Number 2, Spotty
2, 4,
Politics
8.
first. Second, number 4.
I had the 4, 8
Dying
part,
to Be a
right?
Hero. Third, number 8, B. Bouger. Fourth, number 9, Remembering Mac. 2, 4, 8, 9. Time for the 400 yards, 19.686 seconds. 19.686. 2, 4,
2 got a
8,
pretty
9.
clean trip. That 4 came out the gate. Probably burned up a lot of energy with his horizontal running there at the beginning. The horizontal swing he took.
Race 4 going official. Number 2, Spotty Politics is a Heritage Place sales graduate, sold at the 2019 Corridors yearling sale for $21,000. Heritage Place, where champions are sold.
So what was so special about this too? I mean, I had it at the bottom of the trifecta ticket. Well, I guess my biggest issue was 2 straight races going off as a betting favorite and showing, regressment in form. That just didn't look good to me. I felt there was better places to go in this race, and maybe had the 4 come out a little more straight out the gate, maybe that would have been a winning trip down the track tonight, but that 4 took a bit of a swerve coming out, and that did not help it. That did not help matters. Because otherwise, the 4 looked pretty fine. It looked form, it looked fit, it looked ready to go, ready to fire. So let's see here. Now we're down to a Hail Mary, I suppose. Because I think all my bets are French toast. My pick 3 is. I think that is it. We're down to 823. But I have a pretty strong opinion on this next race. Maybe this race could be the bailout. This is going to be the make or break race. I think if I don't win, this is going to probably be the last race of the stream. But I initially planned for 3. I looked at all of them and I'm like, well, we'll see if I win. Because I would like to play the Preakness on Saturday. So I was like, we'll play for as long as I can play on this tonight. But that story I was telling you guys earlier about the 100-to-1 shot that I hit kind of came in a similar situation. I went to the race book that day with like $50, handicapped like it was Hollywood Park, like the first 6 races, 5-6 races of the card. And then the 5th or 6th race, there was like this 30-to-1 morning line that I was in love with. And by the time I got to the race, I was down to my last $10. I went through 40. And like 2 minutes to post, that 30-to-1 was up on the tote board at 99-to-1. I'm like, oh, I've got to play this. And so I took the $10, I put 3 on the horse to win, and then I put the other 7 on exacta bet with that horse coming in second with 7 other logical contenders on top. And my 100-to-1 shot ended up winning, but I would have made more money had it ran second in the exacta to the favorite. But still, $3 returned 303. And I went home after that. I didn't handicap anything else, and I said, all right, I won today. I'm out. So see what we can do here. Because I really like the 4 and the 5. I wanted to play the exacta box in this race. Not that last race. This last race, I wanted to go straight up $1 4 with the 8. I didn't want to box it. I misread this. And I would have actually had the 2 not, spoiled that party. That was looking like a really good way to go. That's okay. We got one more race. And I thank everybody for tuning in tonight to check this out. I hope you're enjoying it. Hopefully your bets are doing better than mine. if you played any of my bets, well, hang on, wait a second. No, the 2 wasn't even on the dough roller ticket. So yeah, all 3 of the pick 3 tickets I gave out are done. Not even the dough roller was able to survive the 2 in that second leg. And the thing is I had the 2, but way on the back burner. It would have taken a lot of money to get the 2 covered. Alright, here we go. We got toad action. So the 1 is scratched. Looking at the early betting, it looks like there might be some value on the 4. No, I don't know if I want to play a multi-ways. Well, maybe a double. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Well, they had the toad up, and now they took it back down. While we're waiting for them to put that back up, talk a little bit about this Derby trial. 1's a scratch. So you have the 4 here. 3-year-old colt relentlessly. Last time out. at the Oklahoma Derby and finished 5th, even though it was disqualified back to 10th for a move it made early in the race. I went back and watched the replay. I mean, to me, I guess he kind of forced another rider to have to check up. I mean, I don't know if it looked like the most egregious thing ever. But as far as the horse's form goes, I think it's still an acceptable form coming into this race today. And if you go 2 back, you know, obviously this $10,000 Derby trial, won by over a length, annihilated the field. So certainly you have every reason, you know, to believe that this horse could come into this race today and put up a similar effort. And if he does, it will be a winning one. The 5, though, is the one horse that looks to stand in the way, and certainly to me is the class of the field. You know, coming off this filly, 3-year-old of Apolitical Jess. Her 3-year-old campaign has got off to a pretty good start with a win in a $15,000 Derby trial, and it followed that up with a 3rd place finish in the Oklahoma Derby. Or, well, this, I don't know, this okay, I don't know exactly what race this is, some kind of Derby. Oops. Because I don't know if it was the same race. No, it's a little different. Maybe this was like for fillies. Well, it's for state bred. Well, of course it is. Well, that one, now, okay, no, that one was open competition. But nonetheless, a stakes race nonetheless with a 3rd place finish. Those 2 horses, to me, figure to take the action. That's the speed and the class of the field. There's a few others that might have an outside shot, like the 6, as well as the 8 and the 9. The 8's really interesting, too, because the 8 looks like it's kind of starting to round into some kind of form. You know, these last 3 finishes, 5th, 7th, 4th, may not look too impressive. But if you look at these last 2 races, this horse doesn't lose by much when it takes a track. And it figures to have the speed to be competitive with this field tonight. What are the odds on the 8 right now? 5 to 1. So, yeah, it's been bet down from its morning line at 12 to 1. I have it at 6 to 1. Well, really, I have the 6, 8, and 9 all at 6 to 1. And the 9, so maybe there's a little value here on the end. There's another horse with coming in with 2 strong finishes here to start his 3-year-old campaign. The win against 19,000 Allowance Company, non-winners of 2, and then its first time out against tougher foes, just missed. Went off at 3 to 1 and pretty much ran to odds. At 10 to 1 on the morning line, where is this horse at now? It's been, yeah, I think it was like sitting at, what, 7? Yeah, so there might be a little bit of value there. That might be a play. But the 4, to me, is a play. The 4's sitting at 5 to 1. Well, yeah, but to me, I think you can excuse that last race. And so if we go 1 back, that 100 speed figure right there, I think is better than anything, any other horse in this field is like ever. Okay, well, 103. So that puts the 6 in the conversation and almost leaves everybody else in the dust. Whereas the 5 is sitting at 9 to 5, and I'm not saying that the 5 doesn't have a chance. The 5 certainly has every right to be in the conversation. What I'm saying is it just might be too short of a price, and if it doesn't run its fastest race today, it's going to get beat. I don't think an 85 is going to work. Even the 91 may not do it. It's going to need some of this magic back here. This 99 is its career best. And it was almost 14 points off last time. So I don't know about taking 9 to 5 on that horse. That scares me. Granted, This 76 is no good either and isn't going to get the job done, but that was up against a lot tougher company. Even though a lot was still expected out of the horse at 3-2, no doubt about it. A lot was still expected out of the horse. Yeah, I mean, they're both coming out of pretty tough races, and this horse did perform better in its last race, no doubt about it. So that's why I was really passionate about wanting to play an exacta box in this race with those two. For sure. And that bet will probably happen. The 4 and the 5, $1. Wow, that flashed quick. Are you kidding me? And then it goes away. I think the other said 15-1. So 5 with the 4 paler.
Race. It's the third of the Heritage Place Futurity Trials. Had to think about that. We started in race 3. We're in race 5. And I'm going to go to the 5-horse HR Princess Jess for my top selection. This is a filly that I think this year has been impressive. Last year she was super impressive, but she's off to a good start here. She won her Futurity trial very impressively here for the, her Derby trial for the Remington Park Derby, and she wired that field. She qualified with that big performance, and she actually ended up third and just missed in the actual Derby. So she's in fine fashion. She's the highest money earner by far in this field, earning over $343,000. In fact, she's actually the second highest earner in all of the Derby trial candidates today, so she's definitely one to beat. And second, I'll go to the 4-horse Relentlessly. Relentlessly was the fastest qualifier for the Oklahoma Derby, and he turned some heads in that performance. Then in the actual Derby, he ducked in at the start, shut off. It was a bad experience for him and a bad outcome, obviously, as he did not hit the board. So he is back again. If he goes back to anything that he showed us in the in the Derby trials, that speed that he showed, he'll be very dangerous as well. And third, I'll go to the 6-horse, Just Arrogant. This is one that it was second by a neck and a good effort here in his only start of the year. That was against a group of allowance horses. But go back to last year, he won his Futurity trial for the Texas Classic Futurity, and that was at today's 400-yard distance. And to me, that's his best race on his form. I'll go 5, 4, and 6 for the 5th race. Good luck.
Yeah, she sounds like she's really big on the 5. And look, as soon as she gets off the microphone, that thing drops to 3-5. Well, I don't know. I have that horse at 3-1. So I don't think I'm betting it at 3-5. I think there's value in the 4. Excuse the last race and put the bet down. I think that's the strategy here. I think that's what the tote board is telling me to do. At 9-2. Yay, Top Shot agrees with me. Top Shot. And it's 6, 8, and 9. So yeah, okay. So, oh yeah, but you know, I only have. There's the problem. I've got $8 to bet this race. So what am I gonna do? Do I just bet it all on the 4? That's kind of tempting. Or I could play a trifecta. I could go maybe like 4 with the 5 with the 6, 8, 9. And if I play that for 50 cents, that's a $1.50 ticket. And then that would leave me with 6 and change. And then bet the rest to win on the 4. Or, well, maybe I try that 4-5 exacta box. Just in case the 5 wins. Play to the 4 in the trifecta, and maybe if I have enough money, bet it to win. But play that 4-5 exacta box to cover me. In case the 5 gets there. Here we go. This is chip in a chair stuff right here. So, let's go with a trifecta bet. Let's go 4 with the 5. I should throw in the 7 for that matter. I should go 6, 7, 8, 9. Play that for 50 cents. That'll be $2. With 6, 7, 8, 9. And then play that exacta box with the 4-5. I still think the 4 and the 5 are the class of this field. There's no guarantees that the 4 is going to win. There's a good chance the 5 still would. So I'm going to box. This is where I wanted to box. I did not want to box in that last race. I know I've already said this 5 times. That's because I'm upset with myself. Sometimes I come into this and I have these bets planned, and then I don't read something right, and it's not the biggest mistake in the world, but you know, I take pride in the accuracy of my handicrapping. And so let's go 4-5 box. Originally I wanted to play this box for $2. But I'm down to 623. You want to? I'm still going to. Be a $4 ticket. And that'll leave me enough money with a $2 win bet. Because it's still looking like I might get 5-1 on this 4-horse. 9-2. Watch the tote board for a second before I put in that bet. But it's looking like I'll probably get a good enough price. Anything better than 3-1 to me on the 4 is good for a win bet. If it's still sitting at 9-2 with a minute to post, then I'll make the bet. It went down to 3-1. Look at that. So now it's like borderline. It's not, and that's 3-1 is where I have that horse. The people are watching this, and then they're running to the window. They're like, "Oh, that guy says to bet it if it's 3-1 or better. He just told us to bet his horse down to 3-1." So the bettors go and do that. Oh, well, I only have $2 left anyways. So you want to know what? I might as well just bet it, right? I mean, why hockey stick around? Well, I thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope you've enjoyed, because this might be the last race. It probably will be win, lose, or draw. Hopefully we'll end it with a win.
Field moving behind the gate, ready to load now for race 5. Heritage Place Derby trial number 3. Top 10 advance, right now sitting in the coveted 10th position. Easy Separatist with a time of 20.134 seconds. That's the time to beat right now to have a qualification shot. Relentlessly moves up. Now Sicario outside. Bayou Cartel is in. Apolitical Phoebe inherits the rail and steps up. Just Arrogant is there. Now HR Princess Jess, 2 left to load. Just Kiss Me approaches. Last up will be the 7, Ms. featuring Fast Jess. All in. They're off. Poor start. HR Princess Jess.
That
Quick
4's
start,
off to a good start. Come on, 4.
Chased inside by a Political Phoebe right there, coming on the bright gray.
Come on, go 4, go 4, go! Come on, 4. Here comes the 4, and here comes the 5. Come on, 4, 5. 4, 5. Come on, 4, 5. 4, 5.
By more than 2.
4, 5.
A gallant effort second after a horrible start. A Political Phoebe inside in a photo for third with Bayou Cartel on the outside.
Woo! Did I get the trifecta? I didn't. So we're about to see 6, 8, 9. Maybe. That 8 might have got there. Maybe the 9 got there. Did I get the trifecta? There comes the 9. No, went 4. Oh, me! No, it looks like it went 4, 5, 2, 9. First blush, it looks like 4, 5, 2, 9.
Princess Jess, third the 2.
Oh, look at the 5 too. It kind of took a little bit of a bobble out the gate, but quickly recovered.
4-5-2-9 the order. 400-yard time, 19.624 seconds. That will move the bubble. We'll have a different top 10 coming up. That is also by 4/1000ths the fastest time so far through 3 trials.
Oh, doggone it. Just missed the try. Just missed it.
Race 5 official.
Good job, 4. Thank you, 4. I think that was the last time, the last will pay I saw was $20, but it might have gotten bet down. So maybe 24. So I got $48 coming back on the exacta. Yeah, I'll take it. Plus the win bet. So actually, will actually show a small profit for the session. I started with about $55. Well, it's got to pay me first. That was a buzzkill. It takes a minute to get paid. But they do pay. But if I can't, I should be getting paid in time that if I want to bet the next race, I'll have the funds to. Did that say that pick 5 returned like almost $5,000? Dude.
Winner of race number 5, Relentlessly. He picks up career victory number 4, his second win of this Remington Park season. Owned by Guia Negra Racing of Fairview Heights, Illinois. Jose Huerta is the trainer. Raul Valenzuela, winning jockey. Relentlessly, 3-year-old colt by He's Relentless from the Carter's Cartel mare Runaway Renata, bred in Texas by Randy and Sandy Coleman. Race 5 prices. Number 4, Relentlessly, pays $11.40 for the win. Second, the beaten favorite, the 5, HR Princess Jess. Third, the
There
2,
you go. I'm giving out $11 winners on this channel. Winning exacta bets. That's not worth a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that button. Sign up for notifications. You'll know when I'm going live, when I'm going to make a play, when I'm going to make it.
Exacta 4-5 pays $24.
Pick 5 return almost $6,000.
Trifecta 4-5-2, $75.90. 10-cent superfecta 4-5-2-9, that pays $57.98.
Oh, I didn't win $48 because that was for the $2 exacta. I only won $24. Doggone it.
3 pays $61.55. Premier pick 4, combination there, 4 with 4 with 2 with 4, 50-cent play is worth $508.10. In the Pentastic pick 5 on the numbers of 2 with 4 with 4 with 2 with 4, 5 out of 5 pays $5,910.50. Pick 5 pay off $5,910 and change.
Yeah, some tracks are different. Some tracks, when they show you exacta will pays, they're for $1 bet, and some are for 2. And I don't know. And some tracks I know the difference, and some I don't. I play a lot that show you $1 will pays, so that's why I thought I'd won $48 there. But no, I only won 24 because that was a $2 will pay. So I'm still gonna probably get like over 35 back. Yeah, 35.63, but I started the session with like 55, right? So, but you know, that's not bad. That's not bad. That was a bit of a saver right there. I don't know. These next 3 races I haven't handicapped as heavily, so I don't know if I want to bet them as heavily. I don't know if I feel as confident in my handicapping. It took enough just to get through those 3 races and not hand all my money over to the house, I guess. I was going to say the pari-mutuel shredder, but I'm not betting into a pari-mutuel pool. But I do like the 9 in this race, and the 9 is right now the second choice in the early betting, so this race might be a play. I thank everybody for tuning in and watching, and hope you guys are all enjoying. Hopefully winning. Give out some winners sometimes around here. But now the money's quickly coming on the 9. Now I expect the 9 to be a favorite, and I don't even think it's going to be close. I mean, this is a horse, 4 for 5 so far. I mean, is that any good? With its last win, $250,000 Futurity. Won by half a length, 7-2. And put up speed figures in his last, I think, 2 outs that really, I think, are about better than what anybody else in this field has ran during that same stretch. Except for maybe like a apolitical gal here. She's got an 88. 2 back. A $15,000 Derby trial. But otherwise, I mean, there is nothing in this field that scares me. And you give on the 9 to end post on top of that, it would seem like to me the 9 should have a pretty clear path to victory. And it's sitting at 2-1 on the morning line and 2-1 right now on the betting. Where do I have? I didn't even see. Here's the thing. I was starting to run out of time, and I didn't get a chance to even make a line for this race. I don't know if that's something I want to necessarily try on the fly. I mean, I could. But it really comes down to, I've already pretty much evaluated the race. Now we got to separate, the contenders from the pretenders, or maybe contenders from second tier contenders from pretenders, and from the horses that are straight tosses. I mean, the one here isn't necessarily a straight toss, but it's certainly going to have its work cut out for it if it's going to win today. So I would definitely put the one kind of in a second tier contender. It has a little bit of speed, and it's taken a step up in class. This is going to be its first out against winners. I don't think it quite has enough in the tank. But it's fringy, and there might be a price at 15-1. Where's the betting right now on this horse? At 18-1? Oops, that's not what you guys want to see. That's not what I want to see. Same thing. I mean, the 2 here is almost a straight toss for me. It's been a while since this horse has done. I mean, this horse won its second career race, won in a $4,000 Futurity trial at Ruidoso. Hasn't done nothing since. It's absolutely gone into the tank. And based on its current form, there's just no way that you could even justify supporting this horse with any action. I mean, you're setting your money on fire, and it's sitting at 17-1. It's getting more money than the 1 is. I mean, to me, I'm not going to go back this far. I'm not going to excuse 3 races when you've got the 9 horse on the outside. Same thing here with the 3. Yeah, 2 back at 1. It broke its maiden. $15,000 maiden claimer at Will Rogers. Its first attempt out against winners wasn't very impressive. I mean, not a whole lot was expected. This horse may not have been properly classed or properly placed. But if it's out of place against $19,000 allowance company, then I don't think it's going to fare too much better today in this race. I think the 3 for me is a toss. And then we get into a 4 here. This might be the first horse that's a contender that we can't necessarily, throw out quite yet. Because this is a horse that does have the speed to compete with the 9 on the outside. So certainly, I put the 4 in my contender column. How much more time do we have to post? 12 minutes. So I got to speed this up here. The 5, Cliff Notes version, I would make it as a pretender. I mean, you could even argue throwing it out with these last 2 performances, but it does have 1 race so far. This 3-year-old gelding in his 3-year-old campaign, a $10,000 Derby trial where it did hit the board, but I don't think it has the speed to compete. But we could put that in the pretender column. I would say same thing with the 6. First race after breaking maiden, not much was expected, but not much was really given either. It beat half the field, but it doesn't really excite me too much. I mean, maybe it's not a straight toss, but it's definitely in the pretender column. The 7, that's a toss. 3 races after breaking maiden, and it's done not a whole heck of a lot. 8, that's definitely pretender column as well. I mean, and then you have the 9, obviously, I think is a second tier cut above everybody else. I think the 9 is like the main contender. The 4 is a secondary contender. And then the 1, 5, 6, and 8 are all wild cards that might be in position to pick something up. Should something happen to the 9 or the 4. And then to me, the 2, 3, 7 are just outright tosses. So, personally, if I'm going to set the odds, I'm going to give the 9 probably a 50% chance to win this race. I'd be willing to take even money on the 9. See what this lady thinks.
Agree with the 9 horse being
I think
the
I
favorite,
outpick her, quite frankly. Every time I have a horse I really like, she has it slotted second, and then my horse wins. So I love it when she doesn't like my horse.
First making his first start on
Oh,
the
we
main
both like the 9 this time.
Qualified for the Rainbow Juvenile last year, and then she went on from Rio Dos, where she was 4th, but she went on after that to Will Rogers, and she qualified with a winning trial for the Black Gold Futurity, and went on ahead to win the Black Gold Futurity. So she's had a very good season last year. She had 5 starts, 4 wins, over $100,000 in earnings. I like her chances at first asking here for 2021 as a 3-year-old. Another one from the Clint Crawford barn is the 4-horse Apolitical Gal, who this one qualified for the Remington Park Derby with a really strong performance, finishing 2nd in her Derby trial. In the Derby, she just didn't really show up. She finished 6th, just an even type of effort. She's lightly raced, so I really do think there's some ability there, and I look forward for her to make another start at Remington Park. Third for me, I'll go to the 8. That's Humphrey Pennyworth. Now, this gelding has had some experience as he's had 9 lifetime starts. He had 1 win. It was last year, and when he broke his maiden at maiden special weight at Will Rogers, and it was at the 400-yard distance. That's what really intrigues me about him, as he's had 2 starts this year in the Derby trials for the Oklahoma Derby, but he broke very slow in that effort, and then he had a bad break in the Derby trials for the Remington Park Derby. So he's got an excuse. Distance is not a factor, but getting out of the gate, if he does that clean, he'll have Juan Polito aboard for trainer D. Keener. And finally, I'll go to the 6-horse Great Hawks. Great Hawks is definitely light race. This filly only 4 starts, and all 4 starts she has had trouble. Her last being out of the Remington Park Derby trial, where she was 4th. She did not qualify. She was actually forced in severely at the start. She has drifted in, bumped in, stepped slow, you name it. She's had all kinds of trouble. I'm looking for a clean start from her and hopefully an on-the-board finish. I'll go 9, 4, 8, and 6 for our 6th race. Good luck.
So, I have the 9 as an even money favorite, and it's sitting at 9 to 5 right now, so there's definitely value there. The 4 is my second choice at 7 to 2, and it's sitting at 4 to 1. There's a smidgen of value there. The 1, 5, 6, and 8 I all have at 20 to 1. The 1 is at 20 to 1. 5's getting there. And so is the 6. And they're all longer prices. I don't think there's a whole lot of value there in these horses in this race because I feel so strongly about the 9. Now, as far as a pick 3 bet goes, I think one could be in order here. We're going to have to act quick, so I'm not going to be able to talk too much. But I think I'm going to single to the 9 in this race, and just maybe play to the 3, 9 to the 3. Man, maybe go 9 to the 3, and then to the 1, 2. 9 to the 3 to the 1 2 7. 1 2 7 10. 9 with the 3 with the 1 2 7. We're just kind of doing this on the fly here, so if you follow me on this ticket, you're doing it on your own accord, but I feel pretty good about the 3 in the next race as well as a single. And so that really means in the last race I can kind of spread out there and take a shot on the 1 and the 2 and the 7 and the 10. Last chance, pick 3. So there's going to be 4 ways to get there. I have 35 in my account. So I'll put a quarter of it at stake on this pick 3 bet. We'll go 9. With the 3. With the 1 2 7 10. I'll play that for $2. So it'll be a $8 ticket. Nine with the 3, with the 1 2 7 10. Still got 4 minutes to post. There might be a win bet coming on the 9. I don't know. Even money, that's still some value. Still some value there. The 4 actually, at 9 to 2, I might make a win bet on the 4 as well. No, because you can't really Dutch them, because if the 9 goes off at even money, if you bet 5 on both the 9 and the 4 and the 9 wins, you break even. So that's kind of a pointless bet. So really, it's, you got to go with one or the other. But if you go with the 9, I would bet more and maybe less on the 4. Maybe like a $5 bet on the 9 and a $2 bet on the 4 if you're going to bet the 4 instead. Or you could even Dutch them that way, but you're still kind of cutting into your profits a little bit. What's the exact look like? 4 and the 9 is... Dude, they don't give you any time to look at that. But I would go 9-4 in the exacta. 13 for $2 bet. So it'd be $6.50 for a buck. I don't know if I start to get a little darker in here. I don't know if we need light or what. Alright, let's take a look. So definitely, alright, I'm going to play. Just go Stone Cold Exacta. 9 with the 4. $2. And then play a 50-cent trifecta. I'm going to go 9 with the 4 with the 1 5 6 8. I'm in at the post. 7-5 on the 9, and now 3-1 on the 4. So the 4 has lost some of its value in the win pool. I'm gonna make a $5 win. How much do I have? Oh, I should have plenty. Yeah, I'm gonna make a $5 win bet on the 9. It's a bonus coverage now. So best of luck to everybody. This thing getting all choppy on me. Everybody trying to come over here for a winner.
Field at the gate now, set to load for race 6 on the bubble. B. Bouget sits in the 10th qualifying spot right now with a time of 20.006 seconds. That's the time to beat. Have a chance to qualify. We have 3 trials remaining. Inside, BV Do It Again is up. This Candy Rocks goes forward. Now HRR Dreamer. Luna's Glittering Star is there. Great Hawks, Humphrey Pennyworth, number 1. A Political Gal approaches and goes in. Last to load outside will be the 9, Paint Me Trace. All in. They're off.
Come on, 9. Go, 9.
A Political Gal fires away. Battles for the lead now with BV Do It Again, who had a good start near the rail.
That 9 needs to go.
Side, Paint Me Trace.
That 9 needs to go. Come on, 9. Go, 9. Go. Go, 9. Go.
BV Do It Again trying to keep up. Farther out, Paint Me Trace. A Political
No, it's not going to go 4-9.
No,
it went 4-1-9.
Solid run inside second for BV Do It Again. Third, Paint Me Trace. First, number 4, A Political Gal. Second, number 1, BV Do It Again. Third, number 9, Paint Me Trace. Fourth, number 8, Humphrey Pennyworth. Time posted 400 yards in 19.667 seconds. 19.667. That will move the bubble. Race 6 going official.
And 2-1, that wasn't enough for me to get on board with the 4. But honestly, 4-5 wouldn't have been good for the 9 either. But when I bet it, it was at 7-5. That's kind of the danger you run. Sometimes you don't know exactly what price that horse is going to go off at. But still, by making a line, you can plot plan and, accordingly Wow, well, maybe that was the last race of the stream. Their stream goes, this stream goes. But by setting your own lines, you kind of have yourself, hopefully in a zip code if you're setting them right, to where you're not going to take too bad of a price on that horse.
To the Andrini and Company Winner's Circle, Andrini and Company, more than insurance, reassurance. Number 4, Apolitical Gal. She wins for the second time in her career. Apolitical Gal, owned by L. Hendricks Horses of Norman, Oklahoma. Clint Crawford trains, assisted at Remington Park by Renee Wilson. Francisco Calderon, the winning jockey, 2 wins tonight for Calderon. Apolitical Gal, 3-year-old filly by Apolitical Jess from the Corona Cartel mare, a Southern Gal, bred in Oklahoma by Carl and Lou Ann Humphreys.
So I think it's going to kind of be the same drill for this next race. Going to have to make the line, but I expect a 3 to be a huge favorite in this race.
Prices in race 6, Apolitical Gal, number 4, your winner, $6 for that win. Second, the 1, BV Do It Again, $12 to place, $4.20 to show. Third, the 9, Paint Me Trace, the beaten favorite. Fourth, number 8, Humphrey Pennyworth, 19.667 seconds the time for 400 yards. Four one on the exacta pays $67.40. 50-cent trifecta 419, $45 even. 10-cent superfecta 4198 pays $27.91. 50-cent pick 3 combination of 2 with 4 that pays $89 even. Race number 7, Heritage Place Derby Trial number 5. 2 trials remain. In race 7, scratch the 1, Peeves Tough Enough. Another pick 3 will begin, and we will also start tonight's 50-cent prime time pick 4. It's coming up, covering the final 4 races on the card. Prime time pick 4, 50-cent play. It begins in race 7 in 17 minutes.
No, I'm out of the pick 3, pick 4 business for the night because I had not looked up any of the races beyond these futurity trials, derby trials, whatever they are, derby trials, excuse me, not futurities. They're 3-year-olds. Where'd the signal go? I can't bet without a signal. What's going on? That's no good. They have 1 to 9 on the 3 at that first flash. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna bet this race. I don't think this is looking like a very good race to bet. I mean, you gotta, well, I mean, the exacta trifecta, that's the only way to go at this point. I don't know, 1 to 9, it doesn't really excite me. The horse is probably worth it, I don't know. Is there anywhere, where's the 1 at? The 1, oh, the 1's a scratch? Oh, wow, that was a late scratch. Or maybe I forgot to go through here and do the scratch. No, it's not. Or is it? I don't know, but the 1's a scratch. Better scratch it. So the 1 is a... Or no, wait a second. Wrong race. That's race 8. We're at race 7. Whoops. My bad. Yep, 1's a scratch. Alright. This is the race wrong. So is there anybody that could challenge the 3? I mean, the 2 comes in with, you know, a form. He's looking like a very strong form cycle, to say the least. Definitely looks like he's rounding into top form, but he just doesn't have the speed to keep up with the 3. It would, I mean, I don't want to say it doesn't, but I mean, it is within a shot. Within a shot. Would probably have to, like, improve by 2 seconds. I mean, that'd be a lot, I suppose. I mean, he missed by 91 and a 102. 11-point difference. That equates to about 2 lengths. And if, what, a fifth of a second is... Or no, wait a second. A fifth of a second is a length. But 2 whole seconds... Well, wait a second, where am I going? Because even, like, from what I heard, like, 1 point of difference in speed rating is, like, the same thing as a fifth of a length in distance. So if there was 11 points between those 2 in their last out, that means there's, like, about 2 lengths in difference that the 2 would have to improve by to compete with the 3, at least. Which probably explains why the 3 is 1 to 9. Same thing, though. I mean, the 4 is not even in the conversation. The 5 barely is. Barely. But the 5, you know, but not really based on its current form, it's not. Maybe. Not really. The form is kind of there, but the speed just isn't. It would take, once again, a gigantic step for this horse. For this 3-year-old filly. Cindy does it again. For Cindy to do it again, she's going to need a big run tonight. Where's she at? Where's the 5 at on here? 35 to 1. The betting public is saying nobody has a shot against the 3 in this race. And it's really hard to make a case. I mean, I was kind of tempted to, like, want to do a best bet on the 3, but I'm like, you can't do a best bet on something that might get bet down to 1 to 9 because that's not a best bet anymore. Like, getting a horse that you know is going to win at, like, 9 to 5 or even 5 to 2, 7 to 2, 9 to 2, 50 to 1. Those are best bets. But something you know it's going to win and only returns $2.10. I can't slap a label on something like that. That's not how I operate. But obviously the 3 is the horse to beat in this field and is going to be a very, very tough customer. The 8, maybe. Where's the 8? I think the 8 was at 10 to 1 at first blush. Yeah, it's at 9 to 1. The 8 might be the only horse in this field that has any kind of shot at beating the 3. And you don't need me to tell you that. You can look at the way the betting public's betting this. Okay, that was exact. 3 with the 11, or 3 with the 8 pays 11 for $2. I guess it's honestly not that bad of a return. there's actually some value, I think, to betting the exacta in this race. Because to me, I think the 8 certainly figures to be the best of the rest. Because the 8's really rounding into top 4. It's won 4 out of its last 5 races. And has done so at times with speed figures that could make this horse competitive tonight. But, you know, it has to put it together. And look at this, too. It's coming off a bit of a layoff. This horse is not ran. But this trainer wins 40. I did not get a chance to handicap these races as in-depth, these last few, as the first 3. So I'm just kind of seeing this now. But this horse has not ran since last October. But this trainer over the course of last year, 43% with horses off the last start, and 80% with this jockey over the last year. That's insane. But coming off the layoff, it might need a race, and it's going up against a really good 3-horse tonight. This might be just a perfect race to come back in, get a second place finish, get your bearings, get your feeding underneath you, whatever, you know. I don't know, trainer intentions, it's part of the puzzle. You don't expect, I think, to win when you're going up against this 3, but you expect to be competitive. So I think they're about to toss it to the track Weidenheimer here in a minute. The 2, why do they like the 2? Well, once again, horse has won 3 out of its last 4.
Race 7 is up next, and it will start the primetime pick 4. I've gone with an $18 ticket. We have 2 more trials here. One of them is on the walking ring right now as we speak, and the next race as well, and I've gone 3 deep in both of those. Follow it up with 2 and 2.
Why wouldn't you single to the 3, Kelly?
Card.
Come on.
I'm going to go in this race right now with we are in the trial number 4. It was 5, and the 3 Instigator at 1 to 9 is my top selection. This one, highest money earner in the field, best races in the country last year, 3rd in the Heritage Place Futurity, 2nd in the All-American Futurity, 2nd in the Texas Classic Futurity. He's a deserved favorite. Second for me is the 2 Woody's Gold. This is in New Mexico bred, who won the New Mexico Breeders' Futurity to finish out last year. And he just crushed that field. He did it really, really well. Trainer Clint Crawford looking for back-to-back wins. And then the 8, Bad Monkey. This one, Trainer Dean Fry will saddle Bad Monkey, who's a multiple stakes winner, winning the Champion Challenge at Ruidoso, the Juvenile Challenge at Albuquerque. He has a win at 400 yards as he won his trial when he qualified for the Dash for Cash. So he's a very dangerous one as well. The 5, Cindy Does It Again, is going to round out my top 4. This one recently coming off a trouble trip in the Mr. Masterbug Stakes right here at Remington Park, but did have a win this season at the 400-yard distance when she won her Derby trial for the Remington Park Derby. 3, 2, 8, and 5 are my selections for the 7th. Good luck.
How can anybody find a 3? Oh, the 3 just came down. I don't know if that means there's any value at 1 to 5. I mean, I could try to run this out and do the simple math real quick. I mean, if we do like with the last race, obviously the 3 is in a class of its own. But the 2 does not have a recent race either. Neither does the 3. Does anybody in this field have a recent race? The 4 does. And it was a win at maiden special weight level. Wow. I did not realize, but the 3, okay, but here's one thing about the 3. Recent race, no. This trainer, 2 for 4 off an extended layoff over the course of the last year. So there's no reason to believe that this horse shouldn't be ready to go tonight. But the 4, could the 4 pick up the pieces? 4's at 26 to 1. 4 has a recent race. There's got to be a little bit of value to that, and it's a win. It may not be good enough to beat the 3, but it might be good enough to beat the rest of the field. Well, the 5 has a recent race too. It's 2 recent races. 5, and I believe the 5 Cindy does it again, was sitting at a long price too, 15 to 1. Oops. 6 has a recent race, so, but they don't really factor for me. 10 has 2 recent races. I think the 10. I think the 10, the 5, and the 4 all appeal to me in the exotics, having recent races. How about the 8 horse? Or excuse me, yeah, the 8. One last start, 43%, but this trainer is 0%. 0 for 1 off a long layoff over the course of the last year. The 10 is 50 to 1. These horses are fringe contenders. I got 5 minutes to try and come up with a line. I mean, I could suppose the 8 and the 2 kind of deserve second fringe status. But to me, I think I still have to, like, give the 3 the benefit of the doubt, but nothing's certain, nothing's set in stone. And where are we at now? 2 to 5 on the 3. So money's starting to come in on other horses. But I think the 3 should probably be about a 4 to 5 favorite. I think the 2 and the 8 should probably both be about 9 to 1. And the 2 is 6 to 1. And the 8 is 7 to 1. And then I think like the 4, 5, and 10 should all be probably about 15 to 1. And the 4 is at 25. The 5 is at 10. And the 10 is at 34. But I think the 4, 5, and 10 could all like figure in to the exotics somehow, some way. Try playing for the. I think the strategy here is we bet that the 3 is going to show up and run to form and put it on top in the trifecta. But then what we do, instead of playing to the 2 and the 8, because the value there is kind of slim, and there's no guarantee, especially the 8's trainer off a long layoff is a 0%, 0 for 1, and look at the 2. The 2 is a little bit better. Their trainer hits about 10% off the long layoff. So honestly, maybe go 3 to the 2, but then like throw maybe just play one trifecta bet, and that's it. Or I don't know. Let's go back here. I got 2 minutes to post. 3 with the 2. Maybe just play solid 3 to the 2, and then come back with the 4, 5, 8, 10 on the bottom. That's what I'm going to do. I got no time to act here. So let's go 3 with the 2, with the 4, 5, 8, 10. play that for 50 cents. And then I'll just play a $2 exacta ice cold 3 to the 2. Wait a second. I'm confused. Did I get in my trifecta bet? I don't think that trifecta bet went through. I went 3 to the 2, 4, 5, 8, 10 for 50 cents. Did I get any bets in at all? Or did I just like totally wet the bed? Doggone it, I waited too long. That's why I only try to bet races that I've already handicapped, because trying to handicap on the fly. If I was at the racetrack, I could have got those bets down because they haven't gone yet. But I got this bet US, they get me, I get shut out pretty quick. I waited too long. At least I'm recording. I can go back and review what happened.
It's Instigator now, by ahead, Vocalize, digging in and toughing it out. This pair getting clear of the rest, leaving Woody's Gold third at the rail.
Look at
Instigator
that.
finding
Oh
a little
my
bit more
God, I'm
late,
gonna puke.
trying to come back. Vocalize, Instigator will hold on by ahead over Vocalize, and a good one. Woody's Gold was third, up for fourth, I believe. That was just Rocket Man.
Oh, it went 3 with the 4. Okay, never mind. 3 with the 2. I wouldn't have had that. No, because I had the 4 on the bottom. I'd have went 3 with the 2 with the 4, 5, 8, 10. So yeah, okay, I guess I saved myself a bet. Unless, I don't know if that first one went through. If that first one went through, then I lost that bet. If it didn't, then I didn't lose anything.
Number 3, Instigator first. Second, number 4, Vocalize. Third, the 2, Woody's Gold. And fourth, number 9, Just Rocket Man. 3, 4, 2, 9.
If that 3 went off at 4 to 5, I'll be disappointed.
19.522 seconds. 19.522. 3, 4, 2, 9.
Because it was coming back up. It was like at 2 to 5, I think, at the last blip.
Number 3, Instigator, is a Heritage Place sales graduate. Sold at the 2019 Fall Mixed Sale for $25,000. Heritage Place, where champions are sold. Race 7 going official.
I thought the Superfecta still almost returned $40 for a 10-cent bet. And $2.60 horse won. Yeah, there's still some good money in the exotics there for having almost a sure thing. Going from the post. Too bad I wasn't still alive in the pick 3.
To the Andrini and Company Winner's Circle, Andrini and Company, more than insurance, reassurance. Number 3, Instigator. He wins for the 5th time in his career. His 3rd career victory at Remington Park. Barboza Racing Corp of Seagonville, Texas owns. Aldemir Carzales trains. James Flores winning jockey, his 2nd win tonight. Instigator, 3-year-old gelding by Ivory James from the Mr. Eye Opener mare Eye Popping. Bred in Texas by Bobby Cox. Instigator's half-sister, 2-year-old I Do, won the opening race tonight. Race 7 prices, the 3 Instigator, $2.60 for the win. 2nd, number 4, Vocalize, paid $15 on the place, $3.40 to show. Woody's Gold, number 2, was 3rd, Just Rocket Man, the 9, 4th, 19.522 seconds, top time of the night so far, with 1 trial remaining.
Yeah, this will be the last race of the stream.
3-4, that pays $32.60.
This next
50
trial.
cent trifecta, 3-4-2, $28.25. 10-cent superfecta, 3-4-2-9.
I appreciate
pays $37.80.
everybody for tuning in tonight. It's tuned in. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Hopefully you've made some money. Hopefully you didn't get shut out on that last race like I did. So I'm still at 1863. Alright, one more race to go. The last chance pick 3. No, thank you. I haven't looked at those last 2 races. I don't even know if I want to play this race. The 10. So let's see here. Well, no, actually, I do want to play this race. I know why I want to play this race. Yes, I want to play this race. Because of, I think, the 2 horse? Yes, this 2 horse. One of my favorite angles. The horse coming off its maiden win, but with speed figures fast enough to make it competitive with the best horses in the field, yet the betting public tends to lay off these horses to a degree. And if you look right now, the 2's sitting at 22 to 1. I mean, I'm interested. We gotta see how this betting shakes out. I expect the 2 to get bet down, especially as I sit here and rave about it. But at 22 to 1, holy smoking smokes. All right, let's make a line really quick for this race. I got to be quick this time. I can't be fudging around because I got shut out. I don't like getting shut out, but that actually saved me, though. That saved me. Okay, so the one to me, contender or pretender, I'm going to lead towards contender for now. The 2, definitely contender. The 3 is a scratch. The 4 for me, I'm going to say pretender. Plus, it's coming off a long layoff. Well, but look, the trainer, though, off the layoff over the last year is at 20%. It's actually not bad. I would put the 4 as a pretender. Well, a fringe contender. Pretender's unfair. It's like maybe a second-tier contender. Six. I gotta say contender-ish. Second-tier contender. Second-tier contender. That's why you have contenders. It's the contender, the number 7 horse. And guess what? Contender is a contender. It is living up to its name tonight. And where's that at? Where's the 7 at? 6-5. Oh, wow. Okay, it got really bet down. All right, well, I'm a little less excited now. The 8, I'm going to say pretender. Not an outright toss, but a pretender. Close to being a toss. Does just enough to keep itself from being a toss. But, well, with no career wins in this field, this is going up against winners. You know, I mean, it's close to being a toss. 10, definitely a contender. Yeah, it's evident. 9-5. 6-5 on the 7. The 1 is 4-1, but the 2 at 21. So let's make a line then. Let's make a line. I'm sure my line is going to tell me there's value on the 2, and that is being under bet, no doubt about it. In the interest of time, I'm going to make the 1, 2, 7, 10 all 3-1 co-favorites. Just play along with me here. And then the 4, 6, and the 4 and the 6. Make those both 10-1. And the 4's at 11-1. This 6 is at 10-1. Wow, that's a good. It's a pretty good analysis, I suppose. I don't know. That's where the betting public has them at. And then the 8, I would put the 8 at 20-1. It's at 18. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. So there's really no horse to me that's an outright toss. I think every horse. I think this race is a little more wide open than the last couple trials that we've seen. I don't think there's one horse you could really gang up on and say this horse is going to cream the field. And I think there's definitely value in giving the 2 a try. Absolutely. At 21-1, holy smokes. And we got Nancy about to go live here. See if she has anything interesting to say about this wide open affair. But really, I mean, any horse, you can make a case for a lot of the horses in this field. I'm surprised that the 2 is sitting where it's at. Considering the fact that some of these horses, the 1 has had a race back. went off as almost an even money favorite and turned in a 5th place effort. That scares me when it comes to the 1. So I'm not just going to sell out and say bet the 1. I mean, the 1, if you throw out that race, yes, and you look at its previous body of work, coming into the end of his 2-year-old season, I mean, this looked like a horse that was starting to round into top form. Looks like he does have a capable trainer. So, I mean, there's a chance that this horse could, you know, realize its previous form this evening. It's a 5-2 on the morning line, and I have it at 3-1 on here. And I think right now it's betting at like 4-1, 7-2. The 2 really interests me.
Welcome to the paddock for the 8th race. It's the final Heritage Place Derby trial, and it's a good one at that. I'm going to go to the 1 horse for my top selection in here. That's One Incredible Hawk. One Incredible Hawk was the beaten favorite in the Remington Park Derby trials here. But he had an excuse as he veered in that race, and it cost him. But he was bet down as the favorite because last year he went 4 for 7 and he won the Texas Horseman's Futurity at Retama. He also was 3rd in the Dash for Cash. So there's a lot to like about him. He has shown that he's a very, very talented sort. I give him hopefully a clean break in here, and I'll give him the top spot. Second for me, I'm going to go to the 10-horse Apolitical Bird. Apolitical Bird was 4th in the Oklahoma Derby, and that was a very, very good effort. Just beat 3/4 of a length, showed some good speed, and just got outkicked at the end. This is another one that has showed a lot of ability last year as a 2-year-old. In fact, right here at Remington Park, qualified for the Heritage Place Juvenile and ran 3rd, just beat a neck to, of course, Whistle Stop Cafe in there. But again, this one has good overall earnings and wins, 8 starts, 3 career wins, and a 2nd and 2/3. Finally, for me, I'll go to the 6 horse. That is CR Apolitical Joe. This one will be making his first start of the year, but again, another one that showed a lot of talent last year. This one's from the Jason Olmsted barn. It's an Iowa bred that had a lot of success at Prairie Meadows, including winning the Hawkeye Futurity in fine fashion. Regular rider Berkeley Packer will be aboard once again. Nice group here to end, a nice group of 3-year-olds to end the Futurity trials for the Heritage Place Derby. I think it's a good group. I'll go 1, 10, and 6. Good luck with your selections.
Oh, well, thank you, Kelly. Okay, so definitely going to key in on the 2 and Exactaland. Maybe 2 with the 1. I don't even have to ask if there's value at this point. And then play a trifecta. But I only want to use 2 horses in that top slot, and I don't think I want to use the 1. Here's the thing, though. I didn't get a chance. The first 3 races I looked at today, I had enough time to go back and watch race replays. These last 3, I did not have a chance to watch race replays. So honestly, I don't know much about this. The track handicapper there, Kelly, she's saying that we can forgive this performance and throw it out, and that's why she likes the 1 so much. And that's not necessarily, you know, the worst analysis in the world, but I factor in what's going on that tote board as well, and I'm getting 17-1 on this right now. So maybe I can't throw the 1 out of the 2nd spot of that trifecta bet. Maybe I shouldn't be so rigid here. Yeah, you want to know what? I might have to just do something like that. It will only cost me like 50 cents more. where the 4 and the, I mean, but the 4 and the 6. Let's look at the 4 and the 6 really quick. As far as the exotics go, the 6 I could maybe make a case for maybe coming third in the trifecta. I don't know about the second leg of the exacta today. I know it finished second its last 2 tries out. Maybe, but it just doesn't have the speed. If it could regain some of this form, maybe. That's why I'm more comfortable relegating that to the 3 hole maybe in the trifecta if I were to use it. And I wouldn't even use the 4 at all. Because if I get this 2 home, I want to make sure like I get something home in the trifecta. I mean, the 6 kind of scares me a little. But throwing the 6 in there would increase the cost of the ticket by a couple bucks. But it might be worth it. We're down to 5 minutes, so I can't. Okay, so now the 2's gotten bet down to 8-1. I think there's definitely still value there, though. Still value there. Just trying to make some bets before I get shut out. So I'm going to go ahead and play to the 1, 7, 10 in the second slot. And then we'll throw in the 1, 6, 7, 10. Right, I'm going to beef up this play a little bit from a normal trifecta play for me. Just because I want to give myself a chance. I think this would be a $4.50 ticket. Yeah. It's now down to like 14 and change. Play an exacta. 2 with the 1, 7, 10. So down to 14 and change. I'll play that for $2. See how much more the 2's gotten bet down now. Oh, it's back up to 11. What? Inactivity? How am I inactive? I've been betting these. Why would they log me out anyways? I'm paying for this signal. RTN. Okay, so yeah, there's going to be a win bet coming on the 2. But I guess I shouldn't wait too much longer, right? How much money do I have left? Maybe we just go with the Drano play and bet it all in. I mean, the 10 and the 7, and there's really the 3 other contenders, the value's not there. They all been bet down pretty hard. I got $8 burning a hole in my pocket. Or maybe yeah, bet it all. $8 to win on the 2. We're gonna end the stream in style. Hopefully end it with a win. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight once again. If you enjoy what you're watching, let me know, let the world know. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, ask questions, ask me when I'm actually going to learn how to read a racing form. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a lot of fun. And like I said, I plan on being back with you guys on Saturday for the Preakness. I don't know, more details to come, and that'll be a little bit different because there's so much time in between races. Like, I'm comfortable with doing something like this because it's 15 to 20 minutes in between, and generally, I mean, this is like my third or fourth one now, and I have no problem filling the time in between races. But to fill an hour and a half, that's probably asking a bit much. And a lot of those races on Saturday, they're going to be, 90 minutes, 2 hours apart. So it might be like broken up. Like if I play that late, pick 4 that ends with the Preakness or whatever, if I do something like that, I might come on 15 to 20 minutes before the post of each race. With my analysis, tote board watching, shenanigans, etc. So, thank everybody once again for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun tonight, and hopefully we can end this stream with a winner.
A field of 7 moving up to contest this final Heritage Place Derby trial. Time to beat. In the 10th position right now, BV Do It Again, 19.899 seconds. One Incredible Hawk is up. His time to deal. CRA Political Joe approaches. Contender. Now JM, 1 Coronado Barbie. Apolitical Eagle moves right up. 1 left to load outside. The 10, Apolitical Bird. All in. They're off in the final Heritage Place Derby trial.
Come on,
Great start
two.
the outside for
Two's hanging in there.
Moving on.
Come on, two. Go, two. Go, two. Go. Come on, two.
Apolitical Joe.
Two doesn't have it tonight.
Coronado Barbie. Far outside, Apolitical Bird has the lead and has air. Apolitical Bird taking flight here. Up by more than a length. Apolitical Bird rolls by a length and a half. CRA Political Joe was next. Then 1 Incredible Hawk. Number 10, Apolitical Bird first. Second, number 6, CRA Political Joe. Third, number 1 Incredible Hawk. Fourth, number 4, His Time to Deal. 10-6-1-4. The time will create a new top 10. 19.561 seconds. 19.561 for Apolitical Bird.
Well, it looks like this thing's running all choppy. And it doesn't matter anyway. That flushed me out of cash. A 10 was definitely on the list of contenders. But that was just a very short price for me. And, I really liked that angle with the 2 and wanted to try and go for it. And the 2 just didn't have enough juice in the tank to make it happen tonight. It was competitive for about maybe the first half of that race. But just gave out. Didn't have enough. Might need another try. Against similar company before at
Returning number 10 for $32,000, Heritage Place.
Has a chance to win.
Sold.
But anyhow, I thank everybody for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. When I know the plan for Saturday, I will definitely set up the stream. So make sure you're signed up for notifications. And if you enjoy what you're watching and you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. When people subscribe, that allows me to put out better content, because YouTube, they loosen the creative chains on you the more subscribers you have. So it certainly helps, and I appreciate it. And I thank you guys. You have a great night, and I'll see you on the next stream.